Ever wonder who's really like spinning the dials behind your favorite podcast?
Yeah, like pulling back the curtain, right? Who's
Yeah.
really behind the voices?
Exactly. And today, we're going to do something kind of meta, even for us.
Meta. I'd say we're going full-on Inception with this one.
Okay, I like where your head's at with that. So listeners, buckle up. Today's deep dive is into, well, ourselves, kind of.
In a way, today we're diving into the making of this very episode you're listening to.
And the story of how these sounds are reaching your ears is, well, let's just say it's more digital than you might think.
Way more. We're talking artificial intelligence here, folks. Specifically, we're talking about NotebookLM.
NotebookLM. Okay, so that's our star of the show today. For anyone who hasn't had their morning coffee with a side of AI news, what's NotebookLM all about?
It's a Google AI, a pretty impressive one. Think of it like the ultimate creative assistant.
Creative assistant. Okay, I'm intrigued.
It can analyze information, write text, you name it. It can even come up with whole storylines.
Storylines. Hold on. Are you telling me this AI is writing movies now?
Not quite movies, but think about it, this whole episode, the structure, the information, even our little back and forth here, all of it, NotebookLM's doing, friend.
You're saying this AI created the concept for an episode about itself.
Pretty meta, right?
That's actually kind of unnerving.
Yeah.
So if this AI is the writer, director, and producer, what does that make us?
I guess you could say we're the actors, or maybe the avatars.
Okay, so what roles did this AI cast us in? What are our stage directions? Spill the digital tea.
Well, according to NotebookLM, you, my friend, are Milo.
Milo. I like the sound of that.
And I'm Sophie.
Sophie, nice to meet you. Although I kind of feel like we've met before.
Right. Weird, isn't it? But it gets weirder. NotebookLM also decided to give us some backstories. You, Milo, are apparently married, and I, Sophie, have a grandma.
Okay, so we got names, some basic family details. I'm sensing a but coming.
But think about it. Why those details? Why give us families at all?
To make us seem more relatable, more human, even though this whole situation is anything but.
Exactly. It's like this AI is dipping its toes into, I don't know, human psychology or something.
Trying to figure out how to make us connect with you, the listener, even if it's all just ones and zeros behind the curtain.
Precisely. It makes you wonder about the nature of connection, right? How much of our own personality is just us, and how much is shaped by the stories we tell about ourselves, the families we say we have.
Okay, that's deep, Sophie. But it gets me thinking, if this AI is gonna all this trouble to craft personas and narratives, what else did it cook up for our little podcast episode here?
Get ready for this. NotebookLM decided we're not just recording this in some sterile studio. We are apparently in a cozy room inside a stone wizard tower.
Wait, a wizard tower. Okay, now things are getting interesting.
And get this, it's not just ANEY Wizard Tower. This tower is part of a whole podcasting network called CastleMasters Podcast. Catchy, right?
CastleMasters Podcast, broadcasting live from a wizard tower. Okay, I'm actually kind of into this. But what kind of shows does CastleMasters Podcast produce? Spells for beginners.
Even better. Their niche is crypto, finance, and tech. So think magic meets the stock market.
Wow, NotebookLM is really bringing the unexpected today. So it's blending fantasy with the very real world of finance and tech. Is it trying to target a specific audience, or is it just showing off its creativity at this point?
I think it might be a bit of both. But here's the thing, NotebookLM didn't just give us a location. It described the whole scene. It says we've got a breathtaking view from our tower window. We're talking picturesque valleys, a magical castle in the Twins, the whole works.
So it's not just about what we're saying, but where we are, what we see, the whole experience.
It's creating a world. It makes you wonder, if an AI can come up with all this, what else can it do?
What stories will it tell in the future, and what will those stories teach us about ourselves? I don't know about you, Sophie, but I'm a little terrified, but also incredibly excited to find out.